If you're a man of character, trustworthy, kind-hearted, loyal, resilient, loving, honest, patient, compassionate, selfless, and family-oriented, and feel like you can handle being in our world, feel free to reach out. We'd love to hear from you. Happy Valentine's! Hey guys, and welcome back to our world. This is around the Valentine's Day season, so we have a little Valentine's Day set going on. We wanted to do this episode in honor of Valentine's Day to talk about what it is that we're looking for in a future boyfriend / husband. This is a very unconventional topic for us. Like the past couple of topics we've been talking about have been pretty serious, so we wanted to lighten things up and let it be a little bit more fun. We are sipping on our specialty drink.
Dirty martinis.
A dirty martini.
Everyone knows that this is like the iconic like Riley drink.
Yeah. What about Reagan?
Well,
Riley and Reagan drink.
You like I feel like this
I was drinking dirty martinis before you.
Oh, okay, obviously because you could drink before I could drink. So that rationale would make sense. But I'm just saying like you're like a cocktail lover and you love like you'll drink a lot of like different drinks. Like this is like pretty much the only thing I drink. Yeah. So I feel like it's like my drink.
Tell them how good I made the dirty martini today.
Really good, really good. Yeah. I think that it's exceptional.
I'm a cocktail connoisseur. I make bomb ass drinks. You could literally hand me any type of liquor and I could make a good drink out of it. I just have that like, certain flair. I just have that touch. You know?
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you add the blue cheese olives?
I did, yes. I did. Period.
Anyways, yeah, so we're just going to make this fun and lighthearted. We're not going to, drag it on too long with this episode today. We're going to keep it short, sweet, and simple.
Cute.
Yeah, in honor of Valentine's Day. Shout out to Reagan. She did this entire setup. I was in the back.
I always do the setups.
I had a lot going on today. Mm-hmm. I'm actually basically in a play tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So I had to rehearse my lines today. So I was a bit busy doing that. But while I was gone, Reagan did this
Romeo,
lovely...
oh, Romeo.
I'm not in Romeo and Juliet. Anyways, point being is that she had this whole feng shui set up. So
I did.
Just wanted to
I put
shout
this
you out for
thing
that.
together. I did the flowers, everything. Because I'm very, I like aesthetic. If you, look at our little banner on YouTube, you'll see it says, aesthetic podcast. I like aesthetic. So if I'm going to watch something, I want to be able to be visually stimulated, And that's what I'm hoping to give off is visual stimulation.
I think we're giving it off.
I think so, too. Yeah. Riley hasn't had a boyfriend since she's entered into her 20s. And I think, when you enter into your 20s, she's 21 years old. Yes. I feel like there are certain things that you realize that, when you were younger were, cool and, maybe you didn't really care about. But, now it's you're older and it's okay, I want these qualities in a man. What do you think you're looking for? Physically, do you have a physical type?
No, I don't think that I really have a type, if I'm being honest with you. I think that I definitely have a height requirement.
What's the height requirement?
You at least need to be 6'1", 6'2".
Okay. Because you're pretty tall.
Yeah. I'm. A lot of people say that I don't personally think that I'm that tall. You're 5'6", I'm 5'8".
I'm 5'5".
Okay, you're 5'5", I'm 5'8". I'm 3 inches taller than her. I don't really consider myself a tall person, but I mean, I honestly feel I'm average because the average woman height is 5'6", 5'7".
Okay,
so
you're a little bit above average.
Yeah, you definitely have to be more buff.
Okay, so you want somebody that can pick you up and all of that other stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I gotcha. What do you think that you're looking for in them, personality wise?
Definitely, I've always said this. Somebody that can make me laugh.
Yeah,
I think that's the
Same.
biggest thing.
Same.
I feel I'm a funny person. A lot of people find me funny.
I think I'm funnier.
That's
but go
fine.
ahead.
You know what I mean? To each its own. I would say that I'm funnier than you. So
I wouldn't say you're funny.
No,
you
I
have funny
moments.
Say I'm funny.
No, Reagan, everyone has always said that people don't really call you
Oh, there are so many people that say that I'm funny. No, please don't even do that.
No, but the same thing with me too. A lot of people find me funny.
Okay, I don't think I've ever had a moment where I've just laughed at you.
I think a lot of people find us
laughed
funny.
at a joke. Yeah, I think our interactions can be funny.
What did you say about
I said, like, usually when I'm, like, laughing at something in relation to you, it's, like, something that you did that I thought was funny. It's not like you're just, like, the kind of person who just, like, says something.
But I'm just, like, naturally, like, I've had a lot
of
of people tell me that I'm just, like, naturally funny. Like, I don't even try to be funny. Like,
I think you get funny when you have, like, a couple drinks in your system. That's when you start to get a little bit funny. I wouldn't say that. Because other than that, like, you're a pretty serious person.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
You're a pretty serious person. You don't ever
you.
let loose, like,
no, that's
you're
not
very
true.
uptight.
No,
you are.
I'm not.
Yeah, kind of.
Everyone, no.
I like to
have
a
my
good
friends
time.
would say that. None of my, like, no one would say
Yeah,
that
maybe
I'm
around
uptight.
them, you're nice to them. You don't really get in their ass. But in mine, you have no problem catching an attitude with me.
Because if I need to catch an attitude, I need to catch an attitude. That's just, like, we're around each other every single day. Like, when you're coming in, when I'm, like, trying to just, like, feng shui and vibe out in my room.
Yeah, and watch Suits.
Yeah.
She's not watching Gossip Girl anymore, ladies and gentlemen. She's watching Suits.
Guys, seriously. If you have not watched Suits, you have to go watch it. Like, it is, like, I dare say, I don't even know. Like, I genuinely think that it's one of the best shows that I've ever watched.
Would you marry a lawyer or date a lawyer?
Honestly, after this show, I might have to.
Oh my God. That's like on my, like, do not cross list. I don't deal with lawyers. Female lawyers are okay. Like, because I have multiple of my line sisters and friends of mine who are in law school. So that's cool and all. But I can't deal with a guy who's a lawyer. I don't like lawyers. So, yeah. That's on my, like, I don't do lawyers, politicians, or athletes. Those are my 3 do not date list. Anyways, we'll get into mine next. Okay, so personality, they have to make you laugh. So,
yes, they have to make me laugh.
Like, they'll do goofy stuff or say goofy stuff. Like, you know, do you want them to be, like, the class clown kind of funny? Like, you know, sarcastic kind of funny? Like,
yeah, I think... Okay. I don't really care, like, class clown, like, any of that stuff. Like, as long as we can just, like, have, like, a good time joking together. Like, I want to be with somebody who, like, is, like, my best friend. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's a very important, like, aspect to have. And, you know, if we're able to, like, talk and just have, like, really good, like, conversations, like, that's what I'm looking for. Like, I'm looking for somebody that has, like, has emotional and intellectual intelligence too.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's super important.
Soup's important.
Yeah.
For sure.
So you want to be able to have, like, intellectually stimulating conversations with them.
Yeah.
And stuff. Do you want them to, like, be into, like, watching the news all the time and be able to talk about current events? Like, is this the kind of intellectually stimulating thing you're talking about? Are you wanting to more have conversations about life and just how to grow and develop as people?
I think, like, develop as people. I mean, like, it's great and all if you watch the news. I wouldn't say that I'm an avid news watcher. Like, I see stuff on TikTok and I'm like, okay, like, that's going on in the world. I wouldn't say that I know about every single thing that's going on in the world and, like, whatever. Like, but if you definitely were talking to me about a topic, I definitely will go form my own opinion. So if, like, you're like, oh, like, this is going on in the world, this conflict's going around, then I'll go back, do my own research, figure out, like, what's going on, and then form my own opinion from that. But I wouldn't say that I'm, like, I wake up every single morning and I'm watching the newspaper because that would just be a lie. But, yeah, just, like, about life, about growth, I think that, like, a lot of people... Like, for me, I don't know. I think that what I've learned is that, like, you can't really, like, change people. And I think that that's, like, a really big one. I think that you can either grow with a person or you're going to, like, outgrow a person in, like, a certain capacity. Like, I don't really believe in, like, getting with somebody and being like, oh, like, I'm going to change them. Like, I feel like you need to know who they are. Like, you need to know.
Yeah, don't date for potential.
Yeah, no.
I made a whole TikTok video about that.
Oh, yes, I forgot you did that. But, like, seriously, like, it's true. Everyone's like, oh, I can change this person.
No,
or
you
know
can't.
what I mean? Like,
Trust
you literally
me.
can't. Like,
I've tried.
I feel like who you're getting into a relationship with, like, if you don't like them for just, like, the basic, like, surface,
where they are,
where they
when you
are,
meet them.
you know what I mean? Then you're never going to be content. But I think that, like, you know, you can always grow with a person, but I don't believe in,
but
like,
you have to have, like, a
person.
baseline of, like, being able to tolerate and accept them for who they are right then and there. I mean, you have to ask yourself the question of, like, if they're the same way forever, when you start dating them, are you okay with that? And if the answer is no, then don't be in a relationship with them because you're going on a whim that they might change and they might not. And I think that that's a great topic. But so, like, I agree. So, like, in terms of, like, emotional intelligence, like, what do you feel like they need?
Just somebody that's able to, like, sympathize and be empathetic. I feel like I'm a very, like, understanding. I'm a Pisces.
I'm a Gemini.
We know. Anyways, so I think that I'm not like the biggest zodiac person, whatever. I definitely do think that like your zodiac sign like has certain, I don't know like the word, but
There's certain like traits.
yeah, the traits
each
that like an
sign
individual has that will like relate to their zodiac sign. So like what they say about Pisces is that like we're very sensitive, we're very emotional. I wouldn't necessarily like, I am very like sensitive to other people's feelings. I'm very empathetic, I'm very compassionate. Reagan might not think that I am because she always thinks that I'm like bitchy around her.
Well, because you are.
But I mean,
I think she can be sensitive and compassionate, but I think, you know, it takes a certain situation for her to really show that when it comes to me. Like,
No,
she flip-flops between, like, when she wants to be nice and when she wants to act like she doesn't want to be bothered with me. And that's something that we've discussed in previous episodes, but she's nice to her friends all the time. You know, the only person I really think that she lets her real personality show with is Lily. That's really it. Outside of that, she's pretty much nice to everybody else.
Yeah, Lily would probably say that I am bitchy as well.
Yeah.
But anyways, point being is that, wait, what were we talking about?
Emotional intelligence.
Oh yeah, emotional intelligence. I feel like I really am. Like I think that I really sympathize with like people and I'm really like understanding. And my mom would always talk about that too. Like I feel like I'm always able to like put myself in somebody else's shoes and like see where they're coming from. And like sometimes it's to my own detriment because of how understanding I am. But I think that like looking for that in a partner, like I need them to, I don't know, it's just like communication. Like I need you to be understanding of where I'm coming from and I'll be understanding of where you're coming from so then we can talk about it and figure something out. And, like,
I think that you need to like be able to, like, maybe they don't completely understand where you're coming from, but they're making attempts to understand and see your perspective for, like, you know, especially if you get into an argument, being able to be sensitive to the other person, putting yourself in the other person's shoes. I think that that's something that I do in my life, like, regardless of who you are. Anytime I get into, like, a situation with somebody where I disagree with them or we have a conflict, I always try to put myself in their shoes to see it from their perspective. Yeah. To be like, okay, well, I don't necessarily agree, like, with this thing that was done or this thing that was said, but let me try to see it from their perspective. That way I can understand why they did what they did or why they said what they said or whatever. I think
that is so important. Like I really do think that like understanding where somebody else is coming from, because I don't know, that's just how I've always been. Like I can't, that's like literally something that's like ingrained in me, that I'm just like, I can really truly like put myself in somebody else's shoes and like see where they're coming from. And like sometimes it's like not the best. Like mom would always tell me like you're too, like being too understanding is like a downfall, because it also like
allows people to like
manipulate, but just kind of in a way of like
take advantage of you.
Because it's like, you know what I mean, like after like I understand where you're coming from, so because I understand where you're coming from,
then you give them a pass.
I give them a pass. I pacify things a lot of the time, which is really something that I'm trying to work on. So I think that maybe in a partner I would be looking for somebody who can like help balance that out with me a little bit, you know what I mean? And I don't know, it's just I've over this time in my life, I've done like a lot of self-reflecting, and I'm very aware, like self-aware of myself and like the things that I do and like the people that I associate with. So yeah, I guess just like looking for in a partner would maybe be like someone that could help even out the scale a little bit.
Gotcha. Somebody balance you out.
Yeah, balance me out, because I definitely think that, you know, we are both very like opinionated women, and I think that to find, you know, it's hard because it's just like, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Are you a little tipsy?
Just a switch.
I was told back when I was in college that, so one of my college professors, she knew me kind of personally, and she would tell me that, you know, I had a very, like, dominating personality. Like, I was very, like, I knew what I want, this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. I was very, like, sure of, like, I don't know, I just had one of those, like, not in your face personalities, but I just knew what I knew. And, like, it showed. And I knew what I wanted. And she said that I needed to find somebody who can, like, you know, handle that. Like, I feel like I think for my personality, like I don't think that I'm a lot to handle. Some people might disagree.
I would definitely say you're a lot to handle.
Okay. I don't think that I am. I think I might be a challenge.
Okay, that's what is
but
a
I don't
challenge?
think that I'm a lot
a
to handle.
A challenge is something hard.
I don't think that I require
hard
a lot.
Hard is something that's a lot to handle. It's all the same thing.
No, I think a challenge. It's a challenge. It challenges somebody. I don't.
But what is a challenge? A challenge is something that's hard. Exactly.
Okay, I think what I
okay
what I want from a partnership, I don't think I'm asking for a lot. Like, so for example, and I'll kind of get into what it is that I want now.
Okay. Period.
I definitely have to have somebody that's attractive. I have to be attracted to you. I can't force myself to be in anything with anybody that I'm not attracted to. I don't care how nice you are, how much money you have, how, like, whatever, how good you treat me. I have to at least be attracted to you. Otherwise, the relationship is just not going to work. So once we get past that factor, then it's like, okay, now we're on to, like, level, like, 2. And that comes in with, like, the personality characteristics. You have to be funny. Because I know for a fact that I'm a funny person. And it's like, I need someone. You know for a fact. I do. I'm a very funny person. Like, no doubt about that.
For sure.
So it's just like, I need somebody who can make me laugh as well. And, like, you know, also be able to, like, laugh with me, too. Like, we need to find the same things funny. You know, we need to be able to share that humor together. I can't have my husband.
You send me are not funny.
Because you are like a strange individual. Like the videos that I find funny, I'll be sending them to my friends. They find them funny.
Dude, there's only one video that Reagan has ever sent me.
Two.
No, Reagan.
No, it was that one. It was that one scammer call. There was that one. One scammer call. What was the other one?
2 videos.
What was the other one?
Reagan, you know the other one.
No, for real, bro. Which
Reagan,
one?
The one where is the illegal. You know what I'm talking
about. God, I would tell you guys like what the video was about, but it's just like, I mean, if you know what you know. If you know, you know.
Reagan sends me TikTok videos all the time.
I do.
And I'm like, we just don't find the same
and
things
she never
funny,
she never watches them. I'll come in her room like a day later and I'll be like, did you watch this?
Yeah,
and she'll be like, no, I didn't.
Funny. Like, we don't find the same things funny. And you stand there and you watch me watch the video and I don't laugh. Like, the shit is not funny.
The videos they're funny. Trust me, they're funny. But yeah, she just maybe her humor is just off. Like I said, I'm a funny person. Like, I'm sure you guys like watching the video see some funny characteristics with my personality. I can't necessarily say that you'll say that about her. So in that sense, it's like whatever she finds funny is like, it's a little different. You have to be a different individual to find her funny.
Oh, you think so?
But I think I'm more of like a universal funny. Okay. Like, you can be from like any walk of life, any demographic, and you're gonna find me funny. Also need somebody who is intelligent. I can't be talking to a doorknob. You know, I need to.
It's a really big one. Intelligence. It's really hard to find these days. Right?
But I also don't want somebody who's like, I don't know, like super duper like smarter than me. Like, I don't want somebody who's like always like fact checking me all the time. Like, don't do that. You're gonna piss me off. Like, there's a point in time when you can make a point, but like if you're doing too much, like with all of these facts that you've like read about like in the news and like just random shit, I'm gonna get pissed off, and then it's not gonna be a good day for either you or me. Me most importantly, but because of the fact that I'm not having a good day, then you won't have a good day. So yeah. So I just so like intelligence is definitely really key. I think, what else? You have to have money. I mean, no, I'm being so serious. Like, you don't have to like be, you know, Bill Gates out here, but at the same time, like, I'm not dating a broke man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I've said this in videos too, like in TikTok videos, I don't feel bad about it. You have to come to my life and like bring something to the table. Like, you have to, if this is how I view it. My life is good the way that it is. I love my life, okay? I live a great life. I need somebody who can come in and make that better. Otherwise, if you can't make my life better, what am I with you for? Because I could just be by myself, you know? Because a relationship is work. That's how I view a relationship is work. So if I'm going to be with you, it's like you have to bring something to the table. I want to like have new experiences in life. I want to be able to like, do new things.
A lot of people don't start really establishing themselves.
Okay,
until,
and
like,
that's
they're,
why
like, 30,
my psychic told me that
30.
exactly. That's why my psychic told me I'm probably going to be dating somebody in their 30s. And honestly, with the level of maturity that
Here
I do
we
have,
go with the psychic.
no, I'm being serious. So my psychic, I went to go see a psychic right after my mom passed, right? And the psychic told me that I was going to meet the love of my life by the end of 2023. I'm like 95% sure she said by the end of this year. So that would have been in July. So she said the end of this year, meaning end of 2023. Now, she could have meant end of 2024, and that would be, whatever. But when she said this to me in July, I'm like, it blew my mind because I'm like, that's only like a couple months away. Like, there's no way that I could like meet somebody in that time period. But then my friends kept telling me like, you never know. Like, you never know when you're going to meet that person. And I was like, you know what, you're right. But I'm like, I'm kind of cynical when it comes to like things in relation to men. Like, I don't know. Like, I've been so good on my own for so long to where it's like, if a guy comes along, I'm not like pressed about it. Like, it's just kind of like, okay, like great. But like,
hey, how you doing?
Yeah, like it's not, like,
Yeah,
it's really like no sweat off my back. But yeah, I just found it interesting. And then to me, like by the end of 2023, I didn't meet anybody that like blew me away. And that's also something too. Like it maybe this, you're right. Maybe I am asking for a lot. But then again, like this is just what I want. And like this is my life. And I'm like, it is what it is.
You said that you were dating, that you had to be with somebody that had that wasn't broke and that made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I was saying that
a lot of people my age don't have that yet.
Yes, and I'm saying and they don't find that until like
later on, and that's completely understandable. And
but that's not dating for potential. I wouldn't say that's dating for potential.
No, it is because you don't know. Look, I need somebody who's where I'm at, like here. If I'm here, you at least need to be here. If you don't here, the answer is no. I'm not talking to you, and that's point blank. Period. Like no, you need to at least be here with me. Now it'd be great if you were up here, but I'm just speaking from what I want personally. I can't deal with somebody who does not have money. Like I literally can't. And that's the thing. It's not like I have not done that before. I have been with some broke men, okay? I have been with some broke men. Oh, and I have had to pay for things for them. I've had to pay for plane tickets. I've had to pay for like new clothes. I've had to pay for like new Apple Watches. I've had to pay for helping them get new jobs. I've had to pay for things.
Listen, the beautiful thing about life is that you're young and you live and you learn. And because you've had this experiences, you're able to point blank know what you do.
And that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And like I said, I've dealt with some broke men and I just can't do it anymore. I don't have the patience for it. It exhausts the hell out of me. So it's like I want somebody who can like have money to at least like be able to enjoy life the way that I can enjoy life, and we can do things together. Like I'm not having to worry about like wanting to go on some nice trip and you figuring out how you're gonna pay for it. Like I'm sorry, but like I don't have time for that. Like I said, like we can be friends, but like whatever. But like it's in terms of like being my man, like I want somebody who's fit too. You can't be,
Reagan likes a thicker man.
I like tall, but like fit, like, I want like muscle.
Big, thicker man.
Like I want like muscle. Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely. I don't like, well, I've talked to and been involved with some skinny men, but it's just not my preference.
Same.
I shouldn't look like I have more meat on my bones than you.
Yeah, dude, right there. I literally feel that. Like, I should not feel like I can lift more weight than you can. Because it's just like you... I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm a little bit tipped.
And that's amazing. That was the whole purpose of making these dirty martinis.
I think you made them strong, Reagan. Did you make mine stronger than you made yours?
No, ours is the same. I literally poured them from the same shaker.
Did you finish
I probably have like this much left.
Well, yeah, guys, they're just like, let us know what you're looking for in a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let us know what you're looking for in a man. I think that it's like really hard, but I feel like I'm like the type of person that's like also at the same time, it's like I'm looking for things, but it's like once I meet you, like I've met cool people, but no one that I would ever be seriously like interested in like really getting into a relationship with. But I think that's like, I'm the type of person that's like, we can sit and joke about it, but I feel like once I like see it, I'm gonna know like this is exactly what I want. We have to have
good banter as well. What are your top two love languages?
I would say quality time. Quality
same.
time. And I don't mean like gift giving, but not in like a, oh, like I need to like buy you something nice. Like I want like thoughtful, meaningful things. You know what I mean? Like, and it doesn't have to be like gift giving. Like I like it in like you really know me as a person, so it's like you did like this for me. You know what I mean? Or
yeah,
like,
so acts of service.
Yeah, okay, that's the perfect way to put it. Acts of service. What would you say yours are?
Definitely quality time. You have to want to spend time with me. Like 100%. Like there's no way that it's going to work out if you don't want to spend time with me. Because like I'm a cool person. So if you don't want to spend time with me, it's like, what are we doing? Also, positive words of affirmation. I love hearing that I'm beautiful. I love hearing that somebody cares for me. I love hearing that I'm a great person. I love hearing those things. Boost
You're going to
my
have to
ego.
lift it because I'm putting on my lip gloss. I know.
Boost my ego. Truly.
Boost my ego.
You know, and like I'll do the same. Like I would say I feel like, and you could probably tell ask my ex-boyfriends too. I feel like I've always been a good girlfriend. I don't think there's a single person I've ever been involved with that could say that I was like a bad person to them. There might have been some guys that I was involved with, maybe not dated, but have been involved with, had been like, oh, like she's a little bit like a lot. But I've always been a good person. I always come with things from like a genuine heart, genuine perspective. I always try to be like very empathetic, and you know, and I think that's been to my detriment in the past because like some of the guys that like I have tried to talk to or been involved with in the past like have taken my kindness for weakness and taken advantage of, you know, who I am as a person, you know, because I think that's also something too, like I feel like maybe during this video I've been like a little bit like this is exactly what I want because I'm very sure of myself and I know that I'm not about to settle for something that I don't want. Like I am completely comfortable and fine being single. Like I am loving and living the best life that I can possibly considering these circumstances.
Yeah, and I also think that's like so important too. Like I don't know, I just personally don't think that I'm like ready for like a serious relationship. Like saying that, like
maybe not right now. You talking about like right now with everything that's happened or something?
Yeah, just like in general. Like I don't know, I just feel like, yeah, like with everything that's happened, but also at the same time, you only get a short amount of time in your life to like be single, and like, you know, like eventually you're gonna, you know, get married and be in a relationship and have kids and all of these different things. Like I feel like there's such a small period of portion in your life where you just get to like be on your own.
Before you make that commitment to that person, you need to date around to figure out like what you want.
No, and I get that, but it's just like, no, I'm not saying like I totally understand
like,
that. You know what I mean?
to prepare you for
I am
marriage.
in absolutely no rush. Like,
but I think my whole thing is that like I want you to have experiences with different people just to figure out what you do want. But hell, I am 25, about to be 26 in a couple of months. And, you know, I don't have a significant other. I've been single for almost 6 years now. So, you know, I've like talked to guys in the midst of those years, but it's definitely been a waste of my time with every single one of them. And I say that unapologetically. It's been a waste of my time.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, you know, I've had 2 great relationships when I was in high school and early college. Those were good times. And then ever since then, it's kind of just gone downhill. And I think...
But I don't think that it's gone downhill. I think that certain things are meant to happen in your life.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
It went downhill in terms of, like... I think that, like, my standards, like, of what it is that I feel like I wanted and was able to tolerate, like, went downhill when I was in college. And then it kind of, like, took me some time to, like, climb out of that. Because I was in the phase, like, when I was in college of, like, being able to change people. And, you know, I'm like, you know, I'm Captain Save-A-Ho. And, like, I can, you know, help get somebody out of the dark. Like, you know, just, like, whatever. I'm being so serious. Like, this is the mentality that I had. I'm like, they're treating me terribly. But, like, as soon as they see how great of a person I am, like, they're gonna change their ways. They're gonna realize what kind of woman I am, yada, yada, yada. And that never happened. And, like, I think it definitely was character development for me. Because, like, I needed to grow in those ways and realize my self-worth and not necessarily let bullshit ass people bullshit around with me. But you know, like I feel like now I'm at a place where I've just gone through so many situations where men have wasted my time to where it's like I think that's why I'm so like sure of like what it is that I do and do not want. Like I'm telling you, like I need somebody who's funny. I need somebody who, you know, has money. I need somebody who's emotionally intelligent, who's intellectually intelligent. You know, I need somebody also who knows how to treat and, you know, be around family. Like I need somebody who's a family oriented person. Like I need these things. And so, cause like, and even for like us now, like we don't have a mother or a father anymore, you know, pretty much all of our grandparents besides, you know, Pops has passed away. So it's like when I get into a relationship with somebody, cause like, I think for me, I'm about to be 26. I date next, whoever is blessed enough to be with me, like I'm only going to date them if I see like a future with them. I'm not going to date them for the thought of like, oh, there are like these things wrong with him. And like, I would never marry this person, but like, you know, like, let's just do this for fun. Like, I'm not fucking having fun anymore. Like, this is like serious. Like, it's game time.
Yeah,
like,
Reagan, I think everyone who would be your age would probably be that way too.
Yeah. But I think like also, like I said, my psychic was like, she said I was going to date somebody in like my 30s, but I really do, in their 30s, but I really do think that. Cause I feel like a lot of guys my age, like, they're just not,
think that too. I think that you were definitely
they're not mentally like where I need
older.
them to be. Yeah. And I, like a lot of people have said that I need somebody who's older. And never mind.
Because I think that we've experienced things that have put us at an older level. Like there are a lot of people that are my age that are 21.
I say like my range is like 31 to like 35, 36 is like where I ideally, or like 30 to like 36 is kind of ideally where I would want them to be.
Point being is that it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But maybe it's different for you because like you're like 25, but I'm like, I don't know, like being 21.
No, I get
right
that. That's how I was feeling when I graduated, because I'm like, you know, I think when I was in college, like I was more so just doing my own thing and having fun towards the end of my college years. But like at the same time, like I agree, dating somebody in college is a tough situation. Especially towards the end of your college years, like you said, like you just never know what's gonna happen. And so I understand.
Like your life is so,
but I think maybe once you're settled and where you want to be, then
yeah,
like,
for sure.
You know,
then it'll be like something like to consider, like when I'm in like a city that I know that I want to be in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay,
well,
but even like
I've been
Tampa,
in the city
like
for 4 years.
I knew that I didn't want to. I knew that like where I'm at right now that I did not want to live like for the duration of whatever. So it's like being in a relationship during that time of like me knowing that I didn't want to stay here. It's like, what is that gonna look like? Like, I don't know. It didn't like like I'm like a very like, yes, I'm an emotional person, but I'm also like a very like logical person as well too. So I'm like, if something doesn't make sense to me, it's like, why am I gonna put myself in a position to like know that X, Y, and Z could end up happening that like would not be the best? I don't know. But yeah, like 20s is just like a weird thing. Like graduating college and figuring out what you're gonna do and where you're gonna go and where you're gonna be, and like I still have like the whole rest of my life. Like I'm very young, and that's what I'm saying, I have so much time to worry about. You do,
but I think my whole thing is that like I want you to have experiences with different people just to figure out what you do want.
I feel like that could be a conversation of another day.
Okay,
maybe like
we'll talk about that next time. I am a little bit afraid of marriage. And we'll we'll make another episode at some point about that. I agree.
Are you gonna eat a chocolate?
I kind of want a chocolate. Do you want a chocolate? No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I don't want a chocolate.
I don't.
Even though I got them for the two of us, but it's fine.
That's very sweet. I think I may eat some of your stuff that you made.
Tell them what I made.
Lobster salad.
I did.
So after we get finished filming this, I'm actually going out tonight, guys. So I've got to get a wrap on this episode.
She didn't invite me.
Do you want to go?
Now you ask me.
Why didn't? No, seriously, you can go.
I just thought it was really strange that you didn't invite me to begin with.
You don't invite me to every single thing that you do.
Yeah, I do. What like thing have I done recently?
If you go out with your friends, you don't always invite me.
I invited you to Mary Beth's the other day.
Reagan, okay, that was to hers. You don't invite me. You didn't like you go do things and I don't get invited.
That's not true. Anytime I go out, I invite you, and I don't even go out like that anymore. That's also something too.
But if you wanted to come,
hold on, wait.
I feel like I didn't have to invite you. Like I feel like you could have been like.
So I'll go out with you guys. Thank you for the invite. Anyways, I also can't have somebody who like is wanting to party all the time, because like that was like I used to do that all the time, and like I'm now at a phase of my life where I just like nice dinners, like I want to like take vacations. Like I want to like, you know, be warm and cozy in the bed. I want to like watch movies. I want to read books. I want to record podcasts. Like I want to level up in life. I want to like talk about like, you know, how we can make more money. Like I want like these kind of conversations about like growing together as individuals. I'm not saying we can't go out and have fun and like go to the club every now and again or get a section. I think that's also something too. Past a certain point in my life, I will no longer be going to clubs.
I'll have a chocolate.
Getting into people's sections. I will be having my own section. I don't have the tolerance for that anymore. Here, you just have one here.
Are those also caramel as well?
Yes. But it's just like, I don't know. Like I just want somebody who I can really just like glow up in life with, and just like I want to like conquer the world. I really do. I need a man who can also handle me too, because as Riley said, I can be a lot to deal with. I don't think I'm a lot to deal with. I feel like I'm a very reasonable person. Like I'm not. Do you think I'm unreasonable?
What?
You think I'm unreasonable in life?
In what context?
Like, do you think that I ask for things that are unreasonable?
No, I think that you have to have compromise. So I don't think that I think that you have a lot of high expectations, and I think that you know what you want, but I think that like you're never going to find somebody that hits every single box. But really have learned a lot since being in college. Really have just learned a lot along my journey of figuring out what I want. I think that I definitely think that I'm able to compromise on certain things. Like, you're never going to be able to find somebody that...
What do you think is something that you've said thus far that you think you can compromise on? Or do you feel like those are all mandatory things for sure that they have to have? You've said physically that you have to be attracted to them.
But I'm like, okay, like, realistically, like, I don't know. I just think that, like, if you're a good person, like, I think that some things that I can't compromise on would be, like, quality time. Like, I think that that's, like, very important. Like, you should want to spend time with me, and I should want to spend time with you, too. And if we don't mutually agree on that, then it's just never going to work. I would just have to, like, depend on the person.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're willing to work with me on things, then, like, we will flow flawlessly. Like, I'm not, like, one of those people where it's, like, it has to
you just need to be somebody to be understanding.
Yes,
like,
understanding.
Even if we don't, like, agree on everything, it's, like, let's figure out a compromise. Like, let's work together. And I think that's something big, too, like, communication. Like, we are, both of us, huge people on communication. Like, you need to tell me what's on your mind, what you're thinking. Like, if there's an issue, let's talk about it. Even if it's a hard conversation, I will tell anybody how I feel about anything nowadays. Same. I don't care what it is. I will let you know how I feel. So I just think that, like, there needs to be more of a conversation around, like, being open and transparent about your thoughts, feelings, emotions. And I think especially as a man, like, I feel like a lot of times men try to hide how they really feel and aren't as vocal and stuff like that, you know, but I definitely want whoever I'm with. I know that's hard
for them. I know it's hard
for
them.
But I know for a fact that whoever I'm with, I want them to feel comfortable to come to me and to be able to vent and, like, have us have constructive conversations with one another and really, you know, dig in deep with one another and really get to know one another. Like, I want to have that connectivity. This is the last thing I'll say. I just want to be, like, wowed. Because I also want somebody to, like, kind of, like, be wowed with me too. Like, I want whoever I'm with to look at me and be like,
you're different. Like, you're rare.
You're rare. You're a rare gem. Like, literally, like, I value you. Like, you are. I've
never met anyone like you.
Like, I want somebody to make me feel that way.
You're one of one. Everyone should be striving to be one of one.
Literally.
Yeah.
I just want somebody to, like, literally be, like, obsessed with me, kind of. Not, like, on, like, some real shit, but, like, literally just want to, like...
Infatuated.
Yeah, very infatuated with who I am as a person. Like, very, like, involved. Like, wow, like, you are a blessing from God. Like, this is how I want somebody to look at me. And in turn, I want to look at them the same way. Like, I want to be like, wow, like, I can't believe that, like, you know, God made somebody like this. And, like, here you are, and here we are being great together.
It's
like, I want a partner to, like, be able to, like, match my fly, match my energy, match my aura. Match my, you know, all of this stuff. I want, but I also want somebody who can, like, mellow me out too, you know, because I feel like I have a lot of energy. Yeah, I want something like a balance, you know.
Because I will definitely say I'm the first person that, like, I know a lot of people might disagree with this, but I can admit when I'm wrong. Like, if you come to me and you tell me,
I'll say that I was wrong too. Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, I have no problem saying that, like, I'm wrong, or like if you come to me and, like, you know, you need to work on this. Like, if my partner came to me and was like, you know what I mean, this is what you did that really upset me, like I would take it to heart. Like I'm like very serious about that too, because if I care about you, like I will do anything for you. So yeah. Know that we're just wrapping up on today's episode. Hope that you guys tuned in and enjoyed. Today was a little bit of a funnier, lighthearted video. Also, you know, we had some dirty martinis. We got a little bit tipped.
For the next episode, we'll have another one. This episode is being recorded the same night as the next episode is going to come out after this next week. So it's like back-to-back martinis. So you get a little bit more loosey-goosey from the two of us.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in on today's episode of what we are looking for in a guys. We hope that you guys enjoy it. Let us know down below in the comments what you are looking for in a man. And yeah, that's really all that I've got for today. But
if you are a man and you're watching this and you're interested in the two of us, just know we're like a little bit extra right now, especially me. But on a normal day, I'm a very calm, respectful, loving, and caring individual. Am I not, Riley?
I feel like I'm probably not the best person to ask about that.
Okay, she's being a bitch right now, but you can ask any of my ex-boyfriends. I'm a great girlfriend, so don't let this video scare you off if I've said too many things, but you do have to fit those qualifications. You do have to check those boxes off, or else there's not much more that I can do for you. But if you do fit those qualifications and, you know, you see, you know, an opportunity with me, go ahead, slide in that little inbox, leave me a comment. I don't know.
All right.
Figure out a way.
Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us today. It's been great. It's been a blessing, and we are done. So we will see you guys on the next episode. Bye now.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Peace.